Look, Liz, I finally got smart and put it next to it. So the its and the its, I'll explain in a second. But look, it's a virtual shopping channel.
Yay.
Da da da. Excuse me while I cough up a yarn lung.
No, at least it's just yarn.
Hi. Good morning and welcome. Whoop. It's Wednesday, and those of you who watch regularly know what Wednesday means. It is the virtual shopping channel. Ta-da!
The day we show you nifty stuff.
Vanna White. There we go, both of us. So yes, the day we show you nifty stuff we have in the shop. Just a few things. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in glorious and sunny today, downtown Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
And I can't tell you how many times we have to explain that title is self-designated. People hear you say minion sometimes when they used to be able to come into the shop. And they're like, what?
Okay, so
what?
minion means there's less responsibility than employee.
Getting over it.
And I don't know. I don't want to be in charge of, no.
I say, but Liz, you could take over the shop for me one day. Silence. Yes, okay. Hi, everybody. I'm looking at, no, okay. Just got back from the post office, catching my breath. But we need to show you guys some, I was like, sell you some yarn, show you some cool stuff before we get to all of our appointments today. So,
it's a longer day.
Yeah, fewer customers, but longer day because we are prepping inside. We don't do walk-up traffic today. Can't reiterate that enough times. Yes, we're here, but we have specific things we need to get done. It's not that we don't love y'all who want to walk up and do stuff with us. So say hi. That's about it. I made a mess yesterday.
So you see what had happened to us. We were both helping customers, two separate groups of customers out on the plaza. And we came in and we're both looking for yarn, and Rebecca mumbles something about, do we have this? If the system says we have this many and I can only find this many, and I'm going to dig through the boxes, what I heard.
That's what she heard.
And
I said.
I go on about my day and I come back in and there's an empty box that I can't find, but the contents are all over the floor.
Remember, like yesterday we talked about the post-quarantine box that's like this high. I didn't feel like swimming through it. Like picture my legs flailing in the air as I'm like going like this through it. I said, I'm going to make a mess, Liz, as I dumped it out on the floor. And I swear she was still in the shop. So I thought she saw me do it, but apparently not. So right behind Liz.
I walked it back in and stood there looking at it for a few seconds going, huh, that's odd. I don't remember her saying anything about it. That's odd. Huh, where's the box?
I tried to warn her.
No, it was a Vikings moment. So
the Vikings were definitely laying siege outside most of the day yesterday. Oh my gosh, I got down on my knees to check something, like just squatted to check out something with our new umbrella yesterday. I almost couldn't, our tent, I almost couldn't stand back up again. There's a big pile on the floor behind Liz of things that I'm hoping, like I created the mess hoping that I would be able to put it away today. We'll see. So the mess we have in front of us is different. Is that funny, Liz?
Well, it's all going to go back in the box from whence it came.
No, we need to put stuff away. This is the problem. This is the problem with we don't have enough time. When we have all the people outside on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then just trying to get ready for the indoor shopping, we don't have time to put stuff away.
I'm going.
I gotta put stuff away.
What I'll probably do is I'll swim through the lake on the floor, and I'll pull out all the hanging up stuff. Yeah, and I'll put the hanging up stuff away, and then I'll throw the rest in the box for Rebecca to think about later.
We have a new to us customer who signed up for inside shopping this afternoon, and we've been meaning to clean this place up so to pristine, like shopper format. Back when we started, I had ambitious goals of having this done by July 15th.
There were even talks of we could come in the middle of the night.
That's the only way we can get it done. Because if we're here and we're exhausted, if we're here, people out there assume that we can help them, even if we're working our butts off to put yarn away here and fill orders and other things. They're like, no, but you're here for us.
And just a funny / serious note, there is a price tag on we'll let you in the shop.
Without an appointment.
Without an appointment.
Walk up, I'll spend more money if you let me in. Will you spend enough?
The old price tag pre-pandemic, it started as a joke because
it was a joke for after hours shopping.
I got keys to the shop and it was, if you spend $500, I will drive from my happy little home all the way up to the shop. I will open the register and let you spend.
You can let us in.
I'll do that.
Minion.
But it's going to cost $500. Mm-hmm. It's got to be worth Rebecca. No, actually, we did. We had one.
Did you open the shop up without me knowing?
No. We had one. It was during the move. The register was closed, and we had a regular knitter come up.
I guess that qualifies.
While we were lugging,
and we're like, we're really not open today. We cannot help you.
I was like, it's going to cost you $500. And she talked Rebecca down to about $300 and still spent $500.
She ended up spending $500.
So it's happened. But since the pandemic happened, we've upped the price.
Because there's health concerns involved. We need to disinfect the shop afterwards. It's nothing personal against anyone who wants to come in. It's protocol for everybody. Since we have all the asymptomatic cases, we don't know who's spreading it unintentionally.
So there is a price tag, but most people aren't willing to spend that much in a day, maybe a week,
1 day,
but not a day.
Even the people who have been helping us pay the bills by making generous, contributions or purchases, you're still not going to want to spend this much. So we'll work with you under our circumstances as best we can.
Yeah.
We really, if y'all haven't seen it, some of you have. It's not easy for us to function the way we are. We are getting more than our share of exercise. We're willing to bring the entire shop out in stages for you to see it outside so it's safer for everybody. And it's not like it's fun for us. It's not like we're like, yay, I get to run in and out of the shop 16 million times. But that being said, I'll speak for myself. I'm happy to do it for you.
Oh, yeah.
I really am. Like, we're happy to do that to make sure you get the yarn you need. But we can't just let everybody in the shop. It would be not only a tripping swimming hazard, it would be just such a nightmare health-wise. We'd have to control traffic flow in the shop. Even my dad was like, but we up here in Connecticut, 3 people in at a time and everybody else waits. And I'm like, some people would listen to that here. And some people, we'd have to monitor it. And we've had upwards of 5 or 6 groups outside.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to brag. No. But we're helping them all, and they're all spaced out on the plaza so we can help them safely.
Yeah.
And sometimes it actually ends up being more streamlined than if they came in. We can target your shopping and get you what you need faster than if you came in and looked around. But we do need a starting point of what you are looking for.
Yep.
Someone walked up yesterday and said, I like blue yarn. I'm like, okay.
Blue yarn is a starting point.
That's a starting point. Then we need to refine it. Do you want thin or thick yarn? Do you want, then we can start bringing stuff out and we can narrow it down. Because I get it. A lot of people are like, ooh, it's a yarn shop. I don't know what I want, but I want to go look around. But we got to target it a little more than that. We need to help you figure out what you want or need.
And there are ways to go and look for stuff. Mm-hmm. Like there's Ravelry, which we send people. There are 900,000 patterns on Ravelry. Just a heads up to anybody that's like, ooh, I'm looking for a pattern. Mm-hmm. There are a lot. But then there's Pinterest. Mm-hmm. There's your yarn's exploding.
The yarn we're about to talk about, the labels like to be like, It wants to be free of the label.
There's Pinterest, there's Love Knits, there's
a lot of
places.
As overwhelming as that is, you're gonna find a pattern of a specific idea of something you want faster than in here, because we don't have a whole lot of pattern books in here, and there aren't a lot of people making pattern books. And if you're looking for something really specific, like say a dog sweater, or like, do you have a book of dog sweater, a book of hats, a book of, we have a big enough shop. We need an even bigger shop to have books of every single thing there is there. And it's hard to keep that in stock when people only want it once every, 6 months. So
yeah, so there are great starting points.
Online patterns are great.
Pinterest and Ravelry tend to be, the pit of.
She knows Pinterest a lot better than I do.
With Pinterest, it's like, I'm looking for a knit shawl, and even if you can't find the exact one, you can narrow down your search enough that we can help you.
We can help you with that.
There.
Yeah, if that's overwhelming, going down the rabbit hole, we can help you.
It is a rabbit hole. Set a timer. Like with Ravelry, you could spend hours.
Speaking of timers,
we should set a timer.
We should start talking about yarn and notions.
Yes.
For the most part, we're going to talk about one yarn. Talk about one yarn today, and a couple of fun notions we got in from our favorite notion people, Cocoknits. They made some new stuff and brought some stuff they've had before back in, because everybody loves the fun gadgets. But let's start with yarn. So quick aside, Luminosa, which, did we talk about that only last week?
I think so.
Only last week. I think I mentioned we were out of a colorway that I didn't even realize we were out of. We got it back.
It's almost like a mandarin orange with the black fuzzies.
Yeah, which makes it look kind of like a burnt sienna a little bit. It's really, really cool. I was watching people walk up, and I was really curious if they were just going to go into bathrooms that say, like, only for customers over there. But I should focus on what we're doing here. Sorry, guys. Squirrel. So this, ooh, look at that. That actually shows up really well on camera, and that's almost true to color.
Yeah.
This is, it's color number 3. Since we don't have the stickers on them yet, I couldn't tell you what color the fun name of that color is, but it's something orangey. If I can, I'll put it in the comments if I have time. Really pretty. I know some people who paired this with the deep teal, and it was just, so we have that in stock now. That's wonderful. Age of Brass and Steam. You want to talk about brass, right? I already started making mine in red though, so even though it would look gorgeous in this color, I'm not going to do that. If you would like to, I highly encourage you to do that. I had someone at Knit Night last night say, is 2 going to be enough for a big enough shawl? Because Age of Brass and Steam is written to be a little kerchief for 1. I said, I think so. It gets wide really fast. So it might be really wide and not as deep as you might think of for a big shawl. However, I have stalled out because I started my night shift, and there's only so many hours in the day.
Say it isn't so.
It's not a thing. Said no knitter ever. I've stalled out in a project. So I can't tell you yet, but I'll try to get back to it. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. Okay, so the other yarn that I want to talk about, because we expanded the color palette. We got this yarn in last year
like 3
as an experiment for like 3 or 4 colors. And I said, you know what? This is a good chunky. It's light chunky. So it's thicker than worsted, but not by a whole lot. It's not like a super verging towards super bulky yarn. It's a chunky merino. It is straight up merino. It is not superwash, so you can felt with it if you choose to, but it's just soft. It's called excuse me. It's called it's from Cascade. It's called Eco Plus Merino. Look at how big these skeins are.
It is 100% Bolivian Merino wool. It is a 250 gram ball, which gives you 478 yards.
That is enough. I want to say this shawl that is crocheted was 1 skein. So 1 skein of yarn, and crochet, we have talked on this show how crochet eats up more yarn. This is the Glaciate shawl. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what my assistant, the college intern, one skein. She marked it with one skein last year. This is maybe the smaller size of this shawl, but one skein will get you this much. This much. Look at all that.
I want to say one of our knitters, her husband's on the smaller side. She did a sweater for him out of 2 of these for a sweater. So
I mean, you're talking over 900 yards for 2 skeins.
yeah,
we're approaching, not quite at 1,000 yards with only 2 skeins.
Yeah. It is. They're recommending a 9 to a 10 needle. It is awesome, and for all that yardage, you're only paying $31.50, which I think is a fantastic price for what's over 2 balls of chunky weight yarn.
So that really, if you're thinking about 100-gram skeins that things usually come in, that's really coming down to less than $15 a skein for 100 grams. So it's cost effective. It's really lovely. If you were around when I was making this lovely dragon, this happens to be the same color as the Glaciate shawl, this sunflower yellow, because it's just lovely, and it's shop colors. This was less than a skein of yarn I had left over. But I mean, look at the stitch definition. It is squishy for something that's not superwash. It is really soft. It's not going to be superwash because they're taking the scales off of the wool. Merino is one of the softest sheep wools you will find.
It is.
BFL is a close second, Blue-Faced Leicester. But most people, when they're like, I want Merino, and they sometimes they don't even realize that is wool. It is. It's not stereotypical scratchy wool. When it's feltable like this, like you have to hand wash. If I put this in the washing machine by accident,
You'll wind up with a coaster.
I'll have a coaster that maybe I see the pattern on, maybe not. But it makes it great for felted bags and slippers, or just, sweaters out of this. Just take time to take care of them. I'm feeling it squish under my hands right now, and it's wonderful.
I used 1 and a little bit extra of these for the contrast color of my first papillon.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then you had to finish with white.
I was using.
You were using. She wasn't using the
white. I didn't start with the merino, but the last few rows and the bind off.
Because it also comes. Let me show you something. We got a whole rainbow in the merino, though.
Yeah, we have some beautiful neutrals in the Eco and Eco Plus.
These, which actually are incredibly soft for being not merino. And I'll see if I can get these online. The merino I'm definitely getting online. Liz used the ecological wool, which is undyed. We have it in several colors. Eco Plus, this is just wool. It's Eco Plus, but not Eco Plus merino. But again, really big hanks. Awesome, fantastic. We have this in a few colors, but we're focusing on the merino today.
Yeah, so it's a massive amount of yarn. It's
awesome.
If
we wind it into a cake for you, it's like this big.
It looks like a birthday cake size. Like one of those from an upscale bakery birthday cake size.
And we have it in a lovely rainbow palette. So red just came back into stock, and I have more arriving next week. Nice deep red.
This one is called.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, you're going through the.
I want to do a rainbow. Can you hold up? Thank you. You've got the orange.
Orange. This one is marmalade, which it looks like.
It's a nice, bright,
really
yummy.
Nice.
Yummy. Yes. Yeah. You've got the sunflower. What these are all out of the sunflower yellow.
Sunflower yellow.
Mm-hmm. Olive oil is that grello that is so popular right now. It's kind of a greeny yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Olive
and then
oil.
You have the green.
I do. Ooh. We got a new green. This is the one the label wants to pop off of. This is called Pine Needle. It's much closer to a forest green, but it's not a true, like, rich forest green. I really like it. Pine Needle.
This blue spruce, finally.
That's one of Liz's favorite colors.
It's a nice dark teal.
It's warmer than the camera can pick up. Like, I can't say that enough. It's really hard to get teals captured on video or on camera.
Then we have ink blue.
That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Just a nice proper blue.
And we only have one skein of this right now, but I've ordered more, so it will come in. This is blackberry, but it is just a gorgeous purple. And the camera might be making it a little darker than it is, but it is just gorgeous. I will mention, it'd have to go at the end of like a 6 sweater long list. Sometime before winter, I want to make a sweater with these 2 colors. I have picked out a Fair Isle pattern or like a color work top. I think this would look great in stripes too. And I'm wondering if maybe only 2 would work. It really depends. I have to examine the pattern. It could be I think the one I can't remember which one I picked now, but I think I picked one that has some color work up here, which is a very typical sweater pattern. I might get tired of that because I have about 4 of those planned right now, but with chunky yarn, it'll come out faster. Like you'll see results faster. Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be the highlight color and this is going to be the body color. So I might need 3 in that, 1 of these, 2 of these, but I'll keep you all updated on that. I have so many projects going right now though. Not sure when that'll happen, but my COVID cardigan, which is also a chunky weight, that one went really quickly. So
who knows?
Once this yarn arrives, I might just dive in. We'll see. So I have pictures that I will hopefully get on Instagram. I had pictures I took for these last week that I put in my newsletter of the whole rainbow just kind of laid out. It's so pretty. I think we have excellent options to choose from if you're looking for a chunky merino to work with. So that's the one yarn we're going to talk about today. And it is laid out in front of you to see all of the yummy colors, or some of them. Ha! Anyway.
Bless you.
I was just coughing, but this is my shawl, so I can cough into it and not put it anywhere near Liz, because it's yarn lung. Anyway, so we got to keep going because I have an appointment in half an hour, and we're not going to keep talking for a whole half an hour, though. But Cocoknits, we got some fun things in from Cocoknits. Their newest product, we are so excited to reveal. We had people last week on our sit and stitch. They're like, what? I want to know. And we said, nope, we're going to make you wait.
I'll read the back while you're pulling it out. Delight in the making. A stack of connected rainbow discs for identifying knitting needles sizes US 0 to 15 or 2 to 10 millimeters. The discs swirl out and click back together with tiny movements. Biodegradable, made from 100% plant fiber.
So I don't even know if you can see the hole there. So biodegradable, so looks plastic, made from plant fiber. So we're not killing a whole lot of plastic trees, right? So
yeah, the inflatable palm trees are surviving.
But look at these holes, like big needles, smaller needles. Let's see if I can get, boop. Let's see if we have, I have a needle sitting here on the table. I want to find out which one it is. So I'm going to guess, is it a 10? This says, it's got imprinted sizes on it, 10 US. Actually, it might be, I can't remember if I'm knitting with a 10 or a 9 right now. That fit, but I think there's a little room. So here's a 9 US. Oh, and there's a magnet there. My needle got stuck on it a little bit. Really nice and snug for the 9, right? So I know it's a 9 because it snugly fit in the 9 rather than in the 10. So they come like this. What it said on the site though is it's magnets.
It said it in here too.
It said there's magnets to keep it closed. It was implying that you could take it apart. I can't take this apart. So on the website, it said you could reconnect them in different ways.
We are selling them for $16.95.
I don't know. We'll have to play around with that. But $16.95. It's the highest, the biggest one I see on here is a 15. It's kind of like one of those painter's palettes of paint chips to flip through. Or if you ever did theater lighting, to me, it's like a gel book that I get to flip through. It goes down to a 0. I will say I was looking through this before. 0, 1, then a 2. There isn't a 1.5 or a 2.5. I will absolutely warn you about that.
It's like a telescope.
We take the bottom cap off.
It doesn't.
Oh, I can see the computer screen.
Yeah.
With just the and then boop, can't see it.
It does not look like it comes apart because it has a pin going through, but it.
Yeah, which is, so I have to figure that out because on the website, maybe this was an earlier model of it, they were implying that you could put it together in different, are your colors in the same order as mine though? That's more maybe what it is because they had a picture with different colors stacked. Everyone's going to get different colors in different order. There's no way to really predict that. But I'm looking at my thing for a second. They swivel out and click back together with tiny magnets. The magnets are on the non-pin end. So makes it fun to play with and use. And the whole thing is small enough to pop into the accessory roll. We do not carry their accessory roll. But yeah, look how small this is. Most of the other needle gauges that we carry, apart from the necklace, which I'm not wearing right now, but I used to wear all the time. They are the big squares. And we love those too for different reasons. But this, just stick it in a little notions bag. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. It's not a bifunctional needle gauge because some of the other, like the Chowgu that we advertised a week or so ago, has the needle gauge with the holes and also a place to check your gauge, like measure your knitting. This does not measure your knitting. It only measures your needles. You could use this ostensibly for crochet hooks if they don't have handles or other things to throw off or oversized hook ends to throw off the measuring. So some like Likey needles might work in hooks.
Likey hooks and sometimes Rainbow Pride.
Knitter's Pride.
Come
in rainbow colors. So it's designed for knitters. Some crocheters might find it useful of the millimeter size because it has the millimeters on it and the US needle size.
The nice thing about Likey hooks have millimeters, the hook size, and what it would be in the needle size. Yes. So, you know, it covers all those bases.
Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. So, yeah, and a reminder that if we get these up on our website, if you order through the website, this month only, because it's our anniversary month, website orders, you can put WOW 3 years in at checkout, and you can save 20%. Online only, which means we will get these up online because we want you to be able to order them there and save money. Not all of our products are up online, but we're getting as much up there as we can. I checked. There's about 150 things online right now, and that doesn't count color variants. If you count color variants or like we've got the red, the purple and the black LED lights, if you count those like individual colors, we have over 1,000 things online that you can save 20% on. That clicking noise is the other thing we want to talk about today. Liz is trying to make me stop drawing stuff out.
No, actually, they've repackaged these.
Yes, which is why I wanted to get them back in.
And then these are they're super fun to.
What do you think that sounds like, ladies and gentlemen?
It's a row counter, and one side counts ones, but the cool thing is when you go through all the ones, it clicks the tens.
It moves the tens automatically.
So, yeah.
Look. Da-da-da. And what I like about these guys, you can click like that. See? Da-da-da. That's the noise she's making. The row you're on is in the center, and it is made a little bigger so you can see it more visibly.
It says, depress top to advance, turn wheels to reset. Number windows magnified. Bottom
reset
tab
like that.
Locks the wheels.
Look, tab right here. If I click that. Wait, hang on. I didn't click it right. Did I? Yep, I moved it the wrong way. I can't click it because I've locked it.
Which is great for throwing it in your knitting bag and not losing track of your numbers. Steel back sticks to magnetic knitter's keep, which we happen to have.
Ha ha! So, and Liz has a pretty pink one here, pink. Ah. So if you're wearing it, look, I can on my wrist see what row I'm on. It might work with our pattern chart keepers if you put it on one of the magnets. The back of this is not magnetic itself, it's metal. It will stick to a magnet.
Yes. And
So
we are
more than usual, Liz. I would not slap this on your wrist.
No.
Once this is on it, the magnet's already heavy. I would go like this, and then go ta-da.
We are selling them for $16.95.
Anyway, yes. So we had these in stock, and they were packaged differently, and the break didn't always work on everything. They seem a lot better designed now. I'm very happy with them right now. I'm going to play with this one.
It's fun to play with. Like a kid.
I'm up to 45.
I got to 67.
But yeah, you can turn the side. Can't really see it on camera to reset it, but click the top. We have other clicky things here in the shop, but this one is just fun.
They're also great fun if you're counting people. You can count up to 100 people.
If we want to count 3 people in the shop, it doesn't take long.
No. But anyway,
Stop.
Just great fun county clicky.
Yep. Row counters, great way.
I say annoy your children.
Great way for your children to annoy you too if they get their hands on it. But I have said we have the ring row counters. We now have these. We have so many fun row counters. I have often said though, a row counter, expensive or inexpensive, you can make tick marks on a piece of paper. A row counter is only as good as your ability to remember to turn it or click it.
Or write it down. I have issues with every row counter I've ever used. And they're not issues with the product themselves. It all lies in my ability to remember, did I click it at the beginning of the row? Do I click it at the end of the row?
Consistency is
When
key.
did I click it last?
User operator error.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I have not found a row counter that outsmarts operator error.
And there are a billion different ways. And because I'm a yarn shop minion, I own all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know, like the ring row counter that I have, if I wear it around all day, it might accidentally get bumped by putting my bag on my shoulder or something else.
I like these because it has a brick.
Yeah, this has a lock, so
yeah,
it's going to stay on 15 until I unbreak it, and I can go.
So just as a quick rehash, I brought over the rest of our Cocoknits,
which I think are all online. I've been really good about getting Cocoknits online, which means all of them you can save 20% when you order online. We cannot offer you that by walking up to the shop to buy it. And on a Wednesday or Friday, don't just walk up to the shop.
We have our lovely flight of stitch markers.
Different assortment.
Different assortment. Has jumbo rings, split rings, triangle rings, and small and medium rings.
Really good for knitters. The only one in that kind of works for crochet is the split ring, but we sell the split rings by themselves for crocheters.
We retail this for $25.95. As Rebecca already mentioned, we have the Knitters Keep. Makers Keep.
They keep renaming it.
The thingy that magnets don't slap it to your wrist.
All of the products they make though, even the needle gauge, because it's got the magnetic closure, all of them will stick to this because they all have metal in some part of them. So you can keep them accessible. If your row counter's not there, you could have a bunch of stitch markers hanging out there so they don't get lost in your couch.
Oh, it's great fun. Or you can take it and wand over your couch and find your stitch markers.
I have to take that back. Not all of their products have metal in them. But those are products that maybe you don't want to keep on here. The stitch stoppers, they're foam. They go over the tip of your needle to make sure your stitches don't fall off. But they won't stick to this, but they're supposed to go on your needle. You wouldn't want magnetic stitch stoppers on your needles. If you have metal needles, that would get kind of crazy.
What's the
price? $12.75.
For the gray, the colorful, or the jumbo. They're all the same.
And the stitch stopper, the gray and the colorful work from like 0s to 15s. Different sizes work for different
And
years.
then the jumbos work on a bigger scale. The Makers Keep, I don't think I mentioned that, was $21.95.
I'm not going to mark all these prices in the description, or else I would never get my other stuff done today. We have never talked about the claw clips. I don't know.
I'm just going to mention them.
I don't think they're online yet, but I'll try to get them there.
They might not be online. We have Cocoknit claw clips. they look just like little hair claw clip thingies, but they're for piecing sweaters together to where you can clip them and then sew and
and be able to tell that things are fitting together right.
It's a nifty gadget. Who knows?
We also have a whole bunch of stitch markers separate from the flight if you only want one type of stitch marker. They are like amazing value, I must say, because Clover will have like 24 stitch markers that are plastic and they will be like $6 or $7. These are about $10, most of what we have.
This is the smallest set they make for $10. It's just under 10, and it's 36 in 3 different sizes.
The triangles, I like the triangles because they're easy to navigate and move around on the needle. Metal case, right? All the other ones that we have are like either 60. Plastic coated metal or they 60. Are painted metal. I don't think we have an open close over here. I'll go grab that. Oh, but there's 60. She's saying 60, not $60. Oh no.
There's 60 markers.
60 stitch markers for $10. I mean, that's an amazing value.
So
enough to do a papillon.
Yeah, and have leftovers.
One box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for the open close.
So
guys.
These are the split ring crocheted papillon. Jumbo. These are just the solid stitch marker. I call them the medium-sized ones. I already brought a jumbo. And these are the itty-bitty, teeny-tiny, if you believe in needles smaller than a 5. Oh, they go up to a 7. So, it could be, did I not? I have some of the open closed in my project that I'm working on.
So those ones are, I won't even bother opening this. Yeah, colorful, yay. They are painted rather than plastic coated because that would wear off too easily. And
they act like safety pins. They are sharp as safety pins. I love them. Love them.
I don't know if I have any stitch markers in any of my current projects to show you the ones that are not open close, right?
Yeah,
they're really stable. They're awesome. You can see pictures on our website. So many fun gadgets. I love gadgets. They're not always necessary. You can MacGyver almost any of these things with scrap yarn or hatch marks on paper or other things. But these are super functional and super cute.
Yeah, there are a lot of,
and when can't you have more
of low tech hacks for all of them. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, sometimes having a nice set of stitch markers or something
stable,
fun,
functional. I keep coming back to functional.
It just sometimes it's worth just
a beautiful product, well made in nice packaging.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's fun to have some of the extras sometimes.
Yeah,
it's like a hairband.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm loving this. I don't want to take this off right now. It's great. There's actually a ruler on the back side of the Maker's Keep. The Maker's Keep comes in a bunch of different colors. You can check that out on our shop site. Most of them, if not all, are in stock. That Grello, we even have that Grello. It's called Chartreuse on our shop site. So, and most things, they have some popular stuff that will go in and out of stock. But most things I can get back right now. So if we run out, or I've over-ordered, so to make sure I have stock. Because they're so fun. Anyway, we should get ready for my appointment that's coming in soon.
And the box.
Yeah. I'm going to say I would love for you to deal with the new yarn and notions because the box on the floor that's no longer in the box but on the floor is my mess, and I was going to clean it up.
I have yarn going.
Yes, because if you clean it up, then I'll feel bad. I mean, it'll be great to have it cleaned up, honestly. But we have a lot of things to do, so we're going to go do them. But we love you all, and we miss you. And we hope to see you outside, or if you sign up inside, or on our Sit and Stitch, or write us a Dear Becky and Lizzie letter. So many ways to stay connected with us right now. If you missed yesterday, the Dear Becky and Lizzie, think Dear Abby for knitting.
Or crocheting.
Or crocheting. I would say any yarn craft, but there's some that we're not as well versed on. So we'll answer if we can on air. We may not get to all the letters, but we'd love for you to actually mail us letters. How fun is that? Who uses snail mail anymore? We do. So
there is an email address attached to the newsletter if you cannot.
I might put it in the comment box if I remember when I'm writing up about this episode. If you really can't snail mail us something, but we'd love to get real letters from y'all. So probably sprayed with disinfectant or whatever. But yeah, it's Sun Dragon Art and Fiber, 35 South Broad Street, Brevard, North Carolina, 28712. Liz will tell you if I said any of that wrong. So
I finally figured out what the address was after years of not knowing.
Well, we did only move to this location in last September.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's almost a year ago. We need to have some kind of celebration for moving. This month there'll be a celebration. Maybe there'll be a celebration next month. We'll see. Okay. I said 5 minutes ago we were going to go.
It's 10:17.
I'm aware. There's a clock right there.
Oh, is there? Oh, that's right. It's
over
behind
your
me.
shoulder. I have sneaky ways of keeping track of time, and then I don't follow my rules. It's not a thing.
Well,
we're gonna go. We love you. Stay safe.
Like us.
Contact us
subscribe,
with questions.
hit the bell.
Subscribe. We're this close to 400 subscribers. How cool would that be? And then we'll set a new goal. But we can celebrate 400 subscribers. So think of what you want to make out of squishy, chunky wool merino. Yay.
And
Stay safe.
even though it's hot, fall's coming. So
Winter and fall are always coming.
Always.
So we'll see you tomorrow for a straight up sideshow. Bye. Knitting bag. Keep waving, Liz.